Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylint. Welcome to Free For All, where we talk about free-to-play games. And every Friday, I'm gonna do a video like this. It's a new news series talking about free-to-play games. It's gonna be game giveaways and free weekends and weeks. It's gonna be talking about upcoming new games. It's gonna be talking about just general new releases, trending games, as well as maybe a little bit of drama. And who knows what else we're gonna fit into this thing, but we're gonna try to make it a thing. I'm definitely in love with free-to-play games. I love the sharing of experiences. What better way to share those experiences than let you know they exist with a news show? So here we go. All right, guys, the first news I've got for you is going to be an epic giveaway here. Epic always is doing, like, you know, free weekend giveaway things. Well, this time it's Arkham Collection and the Lego Batman giveaway. So that's 6 games. Your backlog just got a little bit more backlog-ier. And the Arkham Collection, as well as the Lego Batman giveaway, those games kind of range from, I would say, like, at least a little bit above average to greatness. So, you know, whatever your taste is, and if you don't want to play all the games, at least one of the games here in this giveaway is totally worth playing. You know, just kind of rummage around some reviews and which one that you want to play. There is some differentiation, especially between the Lego games and Arkham games. One's maybe not for kids, and one is for the whole family. I will say that. Don't sleep on the Lego Batman games, for reals, guys. I used to play some Lego games, the Star Wars, with my little cousins, and I'm looking forward to buying a collection of Lego games, playing them with my son, and I think a lot of you guys, even as adults, can jump into these games and have a good time. But also the Arkham Collection. This one, some people might think it's just superheroes, you know, tidy action adventure, but it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit more intense and visceral. So yeah, you know, hey guys, jump on this. There's at least something here. Just download it. Okay, you never know. Okay, Epic's Batman free week giveaway, 6 freaking games. Next up, we got Steam's free weekends that I want to talk about. So we got 2 of them, and the first one is Conan Exiles. Now, these are just the free weekends. You can just kind of demo them and play them for the weekend. You know, being a free-for-all, we talk about free-to-play games, so I'm not going to go over the sales, and I'm not really going to review these games, but these are still some very interesting and unique titles that you should at least experience while they're freaking free, you know? So that's the mentality of this channel. Conan Exiles is going to be an open world sort of it's fantasy, but it's not quite the whimsy that maybe you're thinking, okay? It's not quite the cartoon or cheese of Ark. Conan Exiles is a little bit more brutal and definitely more mature, so keep that in mind. But Conan Exiles is an open world survival game, multiplayer, play online. It gets really gruesome, really grotesque, and really fun. Really fun stuff there. But also we have a free weekend. Next game is Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is the asymmetrical 1 versus 4 game that is even a little bit competitive. It has never died, actually. All the other games in this genre, from Depth to Evolve and so many more that I absolutely freaking adore. On my other channel, I did like a top 10 asymmetrical multiplayer game list. Dead by Daylight and Left 4 Dead are like the only 2 that actually like are still alive. So that's pretty cool. Even Dead by Daylight's new game isn't really doing that great. But you should check out this game if you haven't purchased it already. To the free weekend, it's a fun one and done kind of experience. You know, even if you don't want to take it too seriously, it's something that's I don't know. It's like it could be like a cheesy B horror movie. You know, you watch it once, pop some popcorn, and you have a good night. Yeah. But being a free-to-play channel, we should talk about the free-to-play games that we will be consistently playing over time. Now, there's a couple of upcoming games that I want to talk about right now. One of them has me really excited, especially since my base channel is more focused on MMOs, or at least that's what it's popularly known for. Warhammer Odyssey is upcoming. It says, Forge Your Odyssey, which is really exciting, and I think they really are going to hone in on that promise, on the premise of being a legitimate MMO RPG for mobile devices, though. But that's really focused on player agency and expression, hopefully. You know, it's set in the Warhammer fantasy world. It's a game and world that will develop and expand over regular episodic updates. That's good. It's a game that we'll consistently be playing. But the player actually matters. That's the dream, I believe. You know, we're actually going to be challenging ourselves, challenging the world, cooperating with other players, and no autoplay. Please, no autoplay. I think they said somewhere that there's no autoplay. I just heard other people say that they said that. But, you know, maybe I'll look a little bit deeper into this, and maybe we'll do dedicated videos on this. Of course, actually, when the game is actually playable, I'll be playing it on free-for-all and streaming it over at twitch.tv/Skylint. But we're supposed to be able to really play this game. And yeah, I know it's weird to say that. It's like, well, there's lots of MMORPGs on mobile. What do you mean, really play it? There's tons of them. Yeah, but you don't really play those, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they kind of just play themselves. So this one, should be interesting. Now, it does say choose your adventurer, so I believe it's going to be more in line with a class system that is, like, it's racially bound. So you have dwarf engineer, that is your class, that is your race, that is your character. It's more about character kits. The human is a warrior priest, the high elf is the archmage, the human witch hunter, and things like that. So it's probably going to be more in line with, like, at the start, kind of like Diablo, if Diablo was more massively multiplayer. But before we end on this news, I do want to lament, if they are calling this game an MMO RPG, I really hope it is an MMO RPG and not a game like Path of Exile or Diablo. I mean, they keep using the world, and they keep talking about episodic updates, but then again, Warframe has episodic updates. What makes an MMO is going to be those big, massively multiplayer moments, and just because it's online and happens to be an RPG doesn't make it an MMO. So I hope it's not just like Diablo, but regardless, it's probably going to be decent. It's probably going to be really good, and we should definitely check it out. Okay, and the next game to talk about is Hunters Arena Legends, and I actually already did a dedicated video on that. Links in the description if you want to check it out. But basically, Hunters Arena Legends is not going to be an MMO, though it definitely kind of hints and lays it down like, hey, this is an MMO, nudge, nudge. But no, it's really more of it's a battle royale, and it's a PvEVP battle royale with 60 players, and there's going to be different characters, and it's going to be melee and RPG type mechanics and fights, and it is going to have other game modes such as Horde or Wave Survival, and there's even going to be 1v1 and 2v2 modes, which sound really interesting and unique. The 1v1 mode, it has like a tag system, so you actually use 2 characters that you switch in between, and I think this game is going to play something like the Black Desert Online Battle Royale, if you ever played that, or Kurzspell. And then the 1v1 2v2s is going to feel more like Blade and Soul, and it's definitely got stuff in common with other MMORPGs or online RPGs, for sure, but for the most part, it seems like it's hyper-focused on that Battle Royale game mode, versus other games kind of tack it on. This game is being built from the ground up to be like, okay, we're supporting and balancing around Battle Royale, and we're going to have like this crazy action combat. If you see the gameplay in the background right now, that combat looks crazy. Definitely somewhere to compete with Blade and Soul and Black Desert Online for the most ridiculous fantasy combat that anybody has ever seen, at least so far. And unlike the Warhammer game, I actually have an estimate for when this game is going to release. It should be Q3, at least initially, that's when it was going to come out for this year, 2019. But now it might be Q4, and it might come out early next year, but it's going to be coming out pretty soon, and we are going to have early access almost certainly. So yeah, this one's upcoming, like for real, it's coming up. Alright, but for brand new releases, games that just came out in the last week, we actually have a game called They Can't Stop All of Us. And when I first saw this, I thought it was cute. I was going to be worried that it wasn't going to have good reviews, but after a little bit of time, since this game did just release September 13th, we can see that it's mostly positive. Now, I will only ever mention games that have positive reviews that actually had some players really playing the game. I'm not going to just talk about every single new free-to-play game that releases, because that's like a million billion, guys. I've already spamming this channel with trailers and lots of experimental games. So yeah, but They Can't Stop All of Us seems to be like actually legitimately kind of good and interesting. So the unique aspect is that it's attack and defense. It's like tower defense, but you also are attacking the enemy. So this could be kind of maybe set in the same genre as something like Clash Royale, and that's kind of what I thought about when I first saw it. Though it seems to kind of have some twists and turns. And what it says on the Steam page is have free control over placing structures and create a line of defenses against the attacker. So you are gonna, there's that tower defense, but you also create your army. You're gonna place troops to increase income, manage your resources, and balance your spending to effectively wipe out the defenders and take the objective. So there's a couple of games that have been coming out in this genre. Most of them are unremarkable, unrememorable, but this one's just a little bit different. It's definitely more than just a clone. It's obviously inspired, but there's been a lot of games like this that have surfaced over the years, but I think this one has a chance to actually, be playable. It's got mostly positive reviews, and there's some people playing it right now, so hey, jump into it. It's a new release. Check it out. Early access. Let's see where it can go. Now we're in the trending section of the video here. We're going to talk about a game called Gravitas, which is one that I actually just covered on the channel with a full Let's Play, so hopefully you guys forgive me with that. I'm gonna implore that you guys kind of watch the Let's Play. You know, if you want to watch the full Let's Play, sure, but I really think Gravitas should be played in its entirety by yourself. There's a couple of different ways to play the game, possibly, to solve some puzzles. It is a puzzle game. You should, you know, experience it yourself. Maybe just click around the Let's Play, because I do want to get views and watch time and, you know, to promote this channel, to make it a big community. That would be great. 2 thumbs up for that. But Gravitas is a game that very Portal-like, and a lot of the humor interacts directly with what you do. So yeah, you should try that out yourself. But it's a short Portal-like first-person puzzler that'll probably make you laugh. I think that's the easiest, cleanest way to describe what it is. It's like a 40, 30-minute, 50-minute game it's just very self-contained. It's a very simple premise, that's true, but I don't think it overstays its welcome, you know? You might kind of repeat a couple of solutions, sort of, for some puzzles, but for the most part, I think this game even has some replay value because there are multiple ways to solve the puzzles. Debatably, there's probably some secrets deep down in Gravitas. I think there's more to it than the first layer that I explored in my 40-minute Let's Play, so you guys should check it out. But because of that depth, and yet decidedly also because of its brevity, it's just such an easy game to share, it's such an easy game to just talk about, it's such an easy game to just jump in, for being free to play especially, and just have an experience and make memories. That's Gravitas, and I don't know, it kind of defines why I love free-to-play games, and why I even want to make this show, this channel. So yeah, please guys, check out the new trending free-to-play game, Gravitas. And finally, at the end here, we're gonna coast it down. Okay, we're gonna get into a little bit of rant, a little bit of a ramble, but let's talk about some drama. Okay, so free-to-play games generally are games as a service, or generally free-to-play games have strange monetization practices. I think a drama section is totally fine. Don't you agree? Maybe a little bit, but RuneScape 3 is getting called out for being greedy, pay to win, and anti-consumer. Just keep in mind that is specifically RuneScape 3. Before we jump into this, just know old school RuneScape is still pure and beautiful and amazing and one of the best mobile games ever, one of the only games that's really permanently stuck on my phone, so check out old school RuneScape, it's great. But RuneScape 3, as pretty as it looks, and as much as I love questing in RuneScape, and obviously higher production value means maybe debatably better quests, RuneScape 3 just has way too many microtransactions, and it's just so messy with all of it. It just feels so greedy and predatory for me that I just pieced out. You know, I did a first impression, I was like, neat, and then I was gone. But, you know, I guess watch the Jim Sterling video, links in the description, and basically he's just kind of commentating about just the general community, just generally being like, yo, there's like a million billion things in this game that's pay to win, it's gambling, it's just all going down shitter poop hill. That's kind of the tragedy, but let me just say, RuneScape 3, yeah, okay. If you respect yourself as a gamer, you probably shouldn't play it. But old school RuneScape is really, really good and pure, doesn't have any of that baloney, so. And the last little bit of drama / news here is somewhat recently Pokemon Masters did release. Sadly, this channel was being created when that was launching. I might still do a video, but I'm not really incentivized to because it's kind of got really bad reviews. And basically, you know, links in the description again, but Pokemon Masters is not as beloved as we would have loved for it to be.
Literally after day 1, you realize how empty this game is, and this is probably one of the best examples of a high-profile MVP. Now, if you don't know what MVP stands for, that is minimum viable product. So I know that the developers didn't say this out loud per se, but basically what an MVP means in relation to Pokemon Masters is basically they all got in a room together and said, what is the least amount of game that we can put out and still print money?
Pokemon Masters was kind of a cool idea, actually, you know, interacting with the Masters and how the Masters could have unique abilities in the combat, as well as an additive sort of collection mechanic. Sure, it just seemed like an interesting twist, and that could have been really, really cool, because a lot of people really do love the trainers and the unique mentalities and philosophies that they have, and of course, throwing in new abilities. That could have been cool, but Pokemon Masters just, it's essentially a shell of a game. It's essentially like, it's just like a quick idea that was created that, it's a cool idea and obviously a beloved franchise, but it's really more of a vehicle to, have like gacha systems to have the microtransactions, the monetization. It's a vehicle to make a lot of money and to prey on ignorant young players, probably, the whales, getting them mom's credit cards and things like that. and just spending money. You know, maybe the game will get good one day. If I spend some money, I'll get there quicker, but you know, you probably won't. So just a little warning there. I don't want to cover this game. Please don't make me. You know, if they do some big update, sweeping changes, maybe, but let's just say this is just a little bit tragic. You know, the whole community is basically like, Pokemon Masters, yeah, it's a game, it exists, but yeah, we're just gonna wait for the next games, basically. Like, you know, we're just gonna wait for the base Pokemon game. We're just gonna stay playing Pokemon Go. We'll just do that, so. But alright guys, that's all I have for the news for free-to-play. So we got, you know, some giveaways. You gotta get that Batman. Free weekends with Conan Exiles and Dead by Daylight. And upcoming games to look forward to, Warhammer, Hunter's Arena Legends, both interesting. One's closer than the other, much certainly. And a brand new release, They Can't Stop All of Us. Yeah, jump into it. It seems like a cute small game that could be something bigger eventually. And the trending game Gravitas is an unmissable game. Please do yourself a favor, just jam to it. It'll be under an hour. You'll have a good time. And yeah, some drama. That's pretty much it. I don't know what other sections we could add to the news show. This is a brand new show. Hopefully I did it justice. Hopefully I covered enough. This video is like, you know, about in between 10 and 15 minutes. So hopefully you guys had a good time. That's all I can ask. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming a lot of these games, covering new games as they come out or as I learn about them over at twitch.tv/Skylint. And I'm going to be trying to do this every single week. Every Friday is going to be Free-to-Play Friday. And also keep in mind, every Friday, I will be specifically playing free-to-play games on my stream at twitch.tv/Skylint. So I'm doing that so you guys can come and play with me, so we can all jump on Paladins or Ring of Elysium or Fortnite or whatever, and we will just have a time. Let's share these experiences. Let's make some memories. That is what it's all about. For the low price of free. Yeah, guys, if you love free-to-play games as much as me, and everyone else here, will subscribe, join us, and like and share, and I don't know, man, all the cool stuff and things, and we'll see where we can go. All right, guys, much love, and I'll see you in the next one.